So, welcome to this seed haul. I have received a few packages. They are from a brand called Impecta that I have purchased seeds from. So I have one, and I have two, and I also have another one from a brand called Fröbanken. It's a Swedish brand. I will show you what it looks like. And actually the front page is pretty nice of this package. It has like all these kinds of vegetables that are of interest to grow. And I'm wearing my jacket, by the way, because I just came in and it's pretty cold in here. It's right now it's outdoor, I think around it could be up to minus 20 degrees, but I think it's more around minus 15. But it's very cold, and I just kind of had to start the heating of the house again, because we're using firewood here. So let's start the haul. By the way, my hair is a bit out of control here. I've been at the gym also. So I like to go to the gym when it's very cold outdoor, instead of, you know, walking outdoor and freezing. Because I have some damage, how do you say, ice damage on my feet from the cold weather that are from a very long time. So let's just jump into this haul of seeds. So basically I got from Impecta, I'm gonna show you that brand, Impecta. They kind of sent a little card as well, just to say thank you so much for shopping at us. And they also have a code actually here at the back for getting free shipping when buying seeds. So that is that. And I think I will place an order of some other seeds. We will see. But let's get into the seeds here. So the first thing I have ordered is hibiscus. And these are basically perennials. And I am not thinking of keeping them outdoor, because these have like a hardiness of D level, and that is not super hardy like plant. If you're looking at me, I'm wearing like a winter jacket, so I don't think hibiscus will do very well in this area particularly. But I will keep these as indoor plants. That's my kind of plan. And I never ever grew hibiscus from seeds, so I am absolutely new to this. I can see here that it says that the seeds have to be kept at a temperature of 24 to 30 degrees to sprout. So I think I have a little bit too cold at my kind of house. So it's not an even temperature that I have. Sometimes it can be warm, sometimes it's colder. So I think I'm gonna start these seeds at another house where there is consistent heating, basically, so that I will have approximately 24 to 30 degrees to start these seeds. It's only 6 seeds of hibiscus in this bag, and as you can see, it's a mix, so there can be white, red, or pink. And I think this kind of pink color of hibiscus is called marshmallow pink, because I actually have placed an order of hibiscus, like a real plant of hibiscus, and it's from a French company called something Jardins de Monde, and they kind of sell smaller plugs of plants such as hibiscus. So I have purchased one marshmallow colored hibiscus plant, and in that order I also have like jasmine plants that I have ordered, but I will show you once I receive them in the post. But because it's only one plant that I have purchased from there, I figure I also want to try grow from seeds, but it's gonna take a little bit longer time to get like decent sized plants. But I will definitely start these and keep them at another location where it's a lot warmer indoor. Second thing, these are kind of, I would call these exotic seeds. These like the hibiscus and these two other ones I will show you. So I also have purchased Myrten, and Myrten is like a, as far as I'm concerned, it's like a very nice kind of Mediterranean type of plant. It's kind of similar in some ways to maybe citrus tree, that it's kind of a, I think it can grow like a tree, to be honest. But I'm not sure about it. I just heard that they have, Myrten have very nice scented flowers, and however, very sensitive to calcium that can be in the tap water. So I will not water this Myrten with the tap water. I will use either rainwater or snow, melted snow. And obviously Myrten is like how do you say, it's a perennial, and in the winter time in my area it has to be kept indoor storage in light, and it can be kind of grown in sun to half shadow, so that's kind of good that it doesn't demand full sunlight. I don't know what it says here, harvest. I don't know if there is any harvest in these, but at least the flower season is in May to August, and is in this one package there is 12 seeds, and I'm just checking here how to kind of grow these. Yeah, so Myrten at least have white flowers, and they can also have black or white berries during the late autumn, and likes to grow outdoor during the summertime. It doesn't say exactly what kind of temperature this needs to start sprout, but it does say that the seeds themselves have to be in like in water for 24 hours before they are put in the soil. So yeah, interesting. It says that it's also possible to add some like small stones into the soil. So we will see how I'm gonna start these, but they have to be in water for 24 hours, the seeds, before I'm gonna sow them. And the second or the third seed bag that I have here is for, I'm gonna try and show you, it says Guava. So Guava is actually a fruit that I have often eaten whenever I've been in Egypt or in Jordan or in Dubai, in United Arab Emirates, like in these types of Arab countries. It's very popular fruit. So, and I really, it's like a, I don't know if you ever had guava. I hope you have, because otherwise you must try it. It's like it looks kind of like an apple because it's kind of green, but the inside of the guava is kind of more soft, and it has a very sweet and fresh kind of taste that is difficult to describe. And I remember especially the fact that I had guava juice, fresh squeezed guava juice in Jordan in Amman, and that was incredible. So obviously in my area, this at least where I live now, there is no possibility to grow I think guava trees outdoor, but it's fully possible to grow guava in the form of house plants. And I kind of was checking online for guava trees, like that can grow in a pot. I did find on some French web shop, but I just felt like they were kind of expensive, roughly around 50 euros for one, and I don't even know if it's gonna give fruit. So instead of buying that tree, I figure I will try and sow from seeds guava, because I'm not in a hurry to harvest guava, even if I wish I could, but you know. So yeah, it says that exotic fruit, small yellow pear-like shaped fruits, rich in C vitamin, um, and in like Sweden climate, it's foremost, and I think in the Northern Europe zone, it's mostly like grown for the indoor plant purpose. It can also grow during the summertime in a warm warm place during the summer, outdoor or in a greenhouse. Yeah. So I'm just checking here. Yeah, and these seeds also need to be in water before I will sow them for 24 hours. So it's kind of the same for these two, for the Myrten and for Guava, how to kind of sow them. The seeds need to be in water according to Impecta's instructions here for 24 hours before sowing them, and I roughly keep them in around 16 to 20 Celsius degrees. So that is possible for me because I probably have 16 degrees indoor if I find the specific location. Then I will have that. So yeah, and guava, there are 25 seeds in this one, so I think I will do like 2 sowings of this, like use half of this batch and not the entire batch in the first go. And again, very nice image here, kind of just what I wanna, you know, have later in the summertime. So let's go ahead and open the second of Impecta order seeds that I have here. And I must say that out of all these seeds I will show you, I think I'm not fully equipped with buying seeds yet, because there are some other kinds of perennial flowers that I would like to get seeds of and kind of start in this year. But we will see. We will see now. We will see. So let me show you what I got more from Impecta. So they had like a buy 3 for 2 and pay for 2 when it concerns petunia. And I will show you this variety. This one is called F1 Shake Strawberry of petunia. So it has like a mix of pink, white, pink, just and white with pink, all kinds of colors in here. And because they had 3 and pay for 2, I took exactly 3 bags of the same color, because out of all petunias they had, I just felt like this one is the nicest I saw. So I just figure I want to put my kind of focus, try and grow this variety. And it says that there are 20 pellets of this seeds in one bag. So I got like 60 seeds, and these can be like, you know, definitely used until end of September 2026. So I don't have to use all these 3 bags this year. I think I might try and do 1 bag, and then if I, for example, fail on this bag, I can have a backup, and then I will save one of these bags for next year. Because if I, for example, get 10 petunias out of 1 bag, that is totally enough for me in terms of this flower variety. And this one is annual, and so it only grows as a summer flower, kind of. And you do not have to cover the seeds when you sowing them, and you do not need to, you know, keep them in water or something before you sowing them. And they can be sown from February until April. And I think what I will do is I will start this like latest by next week, but I might do it even this week. So I'm gonna try sow one of those, and I also gonna sow some of these, the Guava and Myrten, and then at another house where it's a lot warmer, I'm gonna try my luck with Hibiscus. And next I have another perennial flower, and it's called in Swedish it's called kärrblomster, splendens fyr or something. So it's just this kind of pink, very strong pink, purple kind of tone color that just grows on some form of stems. And I just figured I kind of like pink flowers, and I just think these would look nice somewhere out in the garden, maybe around the pond that I actually have dig myself 2 years ago by hand with a shuffle, you know. So I have made a pond, and I think when I saw this flower, I was thinking these could actually look pretty nice around that pond. So I want to try and see if I can, you know, grow these from seeds. And I honestly, by the way, there is 1,500 seeds in this bag. So this is apparently a lot in here. So around the pound that I have like planted some rose bushes that I took seedlings from, or how to say, and yeah, but I don't have any other perennial flowers around there, so I would definitely want to try get these to grow there, and maybe also somewhere else in the garden. But 1,500 seeds sounds like a good amount here. And you can sow these from February until September, so I probably will start this in the same time as I starting these other seeds that I'm showing. And these are supposed to be, as I said, perennial and be very hardy, class A. So they are the most hardy plant kind of level for my kind of climate here, I think. So let's hope they are going to, you know, grow and be nice looking in the garden for the years to come, you know. And then I also picked up another like backup. This is the Bet Alpha cucumbers, and this is one of my favorite cucumbers to grow in a greenhouse. They are not so big cucumbers, they are kind of these snack sized cucumbers. They are very easy to grow in my opinion, and I have grown these in greenhouse for the past few years. And in this bag there is 35 seeds. I already have started like around 8 seeds of this cucumber, and I think I decided to pick up one like backup bag, because so I have like for next year, because sometimes I just always think in case they, you know, increasing the price next year, or if there's any other if it's, for example, sell out or something. So because now I used almost the entire bag that I had left. Yeah, and these seeds are supposed to start at 25 degrees, so I have a little bit struggle right now with this temperature because it's so cold outdoors, so the entire house kind of cools down very quickly. But I'm trying my best with some different heating solutions, and I hope I have gotten the these seeds to sprout. So After they have sprouted, this plant is supposed to be in the temperature around 16 to 20 degrees. So I hope I can find, you know, the ones I already have planted, find place for them. And then in this package, which was like, there was 2 different orders I made, because I realized that there was some stuff I hadn't picked up. I just want to show you, they have this little card that comes along just saying thank you for shopping, and again getting free shipping code at the back of this, so in case I need to make an order again of some seeds, I have free shipping. But it's just a nice greenhouse. I think these, I might gonna save these these 2 pictures, because I just like to have visual content that are not in the phone, but actually some kind of tangible type of stuff. So the last seed bag I had from this company is called, I don't know what it's called really in English, but it's like a form of ginseng, like a poor man's ginseng it's called, if I should translate it. But it's some kind of ginseng substitute, I would say, that is supposed to be having similar kinds of properties as regular ginseng. And when I checked the plants kind of grow, how it grows, it looked like it was kind of a climbing plant. And it says here that it's a very you know, like a good plant, medicinal plant in China. And with the root of this ginseng, yeah, it just has similar properties as ginseng, and it grows like a bush, but also kind of climbing a bit. And it have yellow, white, bell-like flowers with some kind of like bluish purple kind of gradients on it. So, and it says here that yeah, it's just basic sowing these seeds, and if they don't grow after 1 month, they are supposed to get into the fridge or into some kind of cold placement. Now, I don't have a fridge. I have a fridge that I allow my kind of Airbnb guests to use, but I don't have a fridge myself. I only using basement for storing food. So I think I would put these, if they don't grow, I would put the tray in the basement where it's around 3 degrees constantly for after, or like for 1 month after trying to get these to start after 1 month. So this is more like just keep track on how long they are in the tray, and if there is any progress, or if they need to be stored in a colder placement. But I also have this room in my house where I have the citrus trees and some kale, where I have around 6 to 7 degrees. And I think I could probably start ginseng in that room, and it will be enough cold, you know. So, shall we open this final seed bag here, you know? And I just really like the packages. I'm trying to hide my address here, but I very much like the packages. And here I have quite a few seed bags here. So one thing I got for free as a gift for actually buying these other ones is winter giant spinach seeds. So I mean, you can never have enough spinach seeds to grow, so I don't mind. I think this was a very good gift to give for buying seeds. So let's start with these. So all of these seed bags look kind of the same. And the first one that I'm very, very excited actually to try and grow is called Artichokes. So artichokes, and and it's the green globe. And I never grew artichokes, but I'm very excited to try. It's like this vegetable that you can see over there. That. And I actually very much like to eat artichokes that are in a jar, because they're very good for the stomach, you know. It keeps this your whole immune system very healthy. So I wanted to try grow these from seeds and, you know, harvest my own artichokes. And these are supposed to be planted, as far as I'm concerned, in January. So I'm gonna start these seeds probably today, so they have a chance to get going. Very excited about that. Next is a bell pepper that is called, let me see if I can show you. It's called Pushta Gold. Yeah, Pushta Gold. It's I think like a yellow orange kind of bell pepper that are a little bit longer, but it can also like be harvested once it is green, so no need to wait for it to get orange. I don't know how many seeds are in here. Let me try and, yeah, I don't know how many seeds, but yeah, that's what I picked up. And any time bell peppers can be started from seeds in January. I also have picked up seeds for a flower that is perennial and that I actually have out in the garden, but I never grew this perennial flower from seeds, and it's called Aclea. And I picked a color scheme of this flower that is called Mac Cana, and this one can either be like yellow or pink, and I just thought it was a very nice combination of flowers, like the color scheme. So this is a perennial, and I seen there is this fantastic garden pro in YouTube. I think she her channel is called Garden Answer, and she had planted these Aclea from seed, and I was like, oh my god, you can actually plant that from seeds. And then I was thinking, I have it out in the garden and they do really well in my area. So I was just thinking that I want to add some more perennials to this garden that I have here, and this could actually be a good perennial to have on the south part of the house. So yeah, at the front of the house basically. So I'm gonna try those, start them from seeds. And I probably will start them as well, like today or tomorrow or someday, you know, now in January. Okay, next here that I have is lavender. And this one is called, it's kind of a deeper type of purple color to this lavender. It's called Munstead strain. Munstead strain, because I placed an order a while ago for lavender that is more light purple. So I have like two small plug plants arriving in the post anytime. And I figure I also have already planted lavender from seeds. I don't know if they are gonna grow. I haven't seen progress in them, to be honest. But I just figured that I would get another seed bag of lavender so that I can sow next year as well lavender, because I know that they are supposed to be, I think, biannual, like for 2 years growing, if they are taken indoor in my area. But I never seen this really work. They only seem to be annual in my area. I don't know why. So that's why I kind of buying lavender every year to grow. I also picked up seeds of blue passion fruit flower, and I have grown these seeds already 2 times, but I started them in late autumn, or like in September, to be honest. And they were starting off very nicely, but then they kind of just died off. And I think it was because I didn't have right indoor conditions for them. It was a bit too cold, so they just didn't make it. I only at the moment have one of those seedlings left, that, and from the start I had around 20, I think. So I just want to give another go with this, and I think I will do as with the hibiscus, that I will be starting these seeds at the other house that I, you know, have access to, a lot warmer than in this house that I'm at moment. So because the temperature is very important when you're gonna grow some sowing, like, or some seeds, and sow them, to actually look at what are the requirements. So I think I will try and keep these blue passion fruit flowers at the other house where there is consistent heat, now when it's very, very cold outdoors still here in January and February. I'm also gonna grow at the other place where it's warmer some Malabar spinach, and this one is red. So the stem of the Malabar is kind of red, but I think, yeah, red, but from my kind of remembrance, last year when I was successfully growing Malabar spinach, I think the stem was actually pink. So I don't know why it says red here. Maybe they have different varieties. I didn't pay attention to that, to be honest, because I really like the pink stem of Malabar spinach, and the leaves are kind of a little bit like a succulent type of remembering in the how they look like, you know. And I started these Malabar spinach seeds at the other house where I have a warmer temperature indoor, and they were doing really well. And I have tried to start these Malabar spinach from seeds at this house, where it can be very like much more fluctuating between warm and cold, and they did not do very well in this indoor temperature. So I will go ahead and plant these at the other house. And what I've done anytime I've been planting Malabar spinach is that I put them in water for approximately 2 hours, I think, or if it's up to 12 hours even, before I sow them, and a little bit buried in the soil. So yeah, and I think that these seeds, to be honest, they can have a little bit color if you touch them, so you will know. But why I like Malabar spinach is that you can eat the leaves, and you can have the kind of climbing the plant, and they are very thick, the stem, and it has a like a pink, or as it says here, red kind of stem. And you can grow it outdoor in the summertime, but you can also have Malabar spinach, I read like online, indoor as an indoor plant, and grow it for years and eat the leaves like spinach. So I'm actually this year I'm looking forward to have Malabar spinach as a house plant indoor, but I just need to get these started, the seeds, so I can transfer them to this environment here, you know, where it's a little bit more changing in the temperature. And then I have a chili variety. This is a ecological seed variety because they didn't have the conventional, but I don't mind. Ecologic is always good, but sometimes I feel like they can be a little bit more susceptible to pests, in my opinion. But this chili variety is called Lila Lucy. And Lila Lucy, it has like purple leaves and can have small chilies in different colors. So it's kind of decorative chili plant if you actually get it to grow. But it can also be, I guess you can eat the chilies. So I kind of like that idea to have like a chili plant with nice looking leaves. I think I might gonna start these chilies in this house, because I already have started quite a few chili varieties in this house, and I think I will be fine, you know, because tomatoes, aubergine and chili can work to grow in this temperature that I have here. And then I got 3 more seed bags here. So one is Echinacea pallida, and this is pink echinacea, if I say that, echinacea, if I say it correct. So I have kind of tried grow this. I think the flower itself kind of reminds of this. I tried to grow this a few years ago, but I was not successful. I don't know why. Sometimes that's just how it is. Yeah, echinacea is good for if you have a flu or cold symptoms. So it's kind of more like a medicinal kind of plant to grow. And I think this one could be perennial if I'm not mistaken. But in my area, I think echinacea is not really perennial, but it depends on sorry, it depends on where in the garden I would place these. So we will see. Potentially I could also dig them up and put them in a pot and store them in the basement where I have around 3 degrees or down to 0 in temperature over the winter. But we will see. I just want to try and grow. I'm not gonna grow the whole bag this year. I'm just gonna grow a few of these and see how they are doing, and plan on how I'm gonna store them, if they are perennial, if I can have them outdoor or indoor, or you know how I will do in the winter time. But I just figure it's, you know, echinacea it's a good plant. Then I have Malva sylvestris. So Malva sylvestris, and this is, I don't know if I will find, I think out of these kind of options here, I think the flower kind of resembles almost like that in terms of how it grows. This one is having, it's like a bee color, so it has like white and then it has some purple, pink kind of also in the crown leaves. And this one is, this particular Malva is annual, so they only grow over the summer. Unfortunately, I wanted to pick up a Musk Malva, which is like a perennial. It can be pink or it can be white. I wanted to pick up that one, but I don't know, I didn't do that. Because I kind of like the color of this one, that it has 2 different colors on the crown leaves. But this one is only annual, so that's actually a flower that I'm thinking I should order seeds of, so that I could start perennial Musk Malva in, you know, this year. We will see. I mean, I'm telling you, it's gonna be a lot of plants and, you know, garden stuff here, you know. So yeah, the last seed bag, now coming to an end, is called Cubea scandens. Cubea scandens, and this flower is, let me try and see if there is any option here. Not really, but it's like a bell, you know, like a bell. And this one is white and maybe potentially a little bit yellow, and it's Cubea scandens, if I say it right. It can actually be used as an indoor plant, and I grew this thing last year and the year before, and I just love the way that this flower grows, because you know, a lot of when you start a lot of seeds, typically, for example, petunia or chamomile, like when they start to grow, they are like this small. You can barely see them, you know. But this flower, Cubea scandens, it kind of starts as a big leaf, you know. It has like a lot from the beginning, and then it just kicks off growing like with this climbing way of how it kind of grows. And it's really nice to have some kind of seedling that actually look, as soon as it grows, it looks like a plant, comparing to example chamomile that takes forever from this stage until it's just flowering all over, you know. So yeah, and I actually have sown this particular flower already, and I sown this one but in a blue color. So I wanted to get my hands on this, you know, because this is a flower I actually very much like. And you can also grow it outdoor, like in the summertime you can have it planted out in the garden. It can sort of climb over some kind of trailing system that you have. So it's a very good plant, because one seed bag and you get both a house plant that kind of climbs that you can make arrangement with, and you can also get like an outdoor plant that you can fill up spaces in the garden where you want to have something climbing, you know. So I'm very much enjoying this flower, and it just have very you know, like these mystical kinds of bell flowers that looks like from a fairy tale, Disney fairy tale kind of movie, you know. So I might gonna sow some of these seeds as well this year, even if I put the kind of bluer tones. So that is all the seeds that I have to show you, but I just want to have these in my background here so you have some kind of direction of where this is going. So I think I have a lot now that I need to start sowing, and I need to start sowing these seeds probably by today or tomorrow, and I need to start some of them in this house and some in another placement where there's warmer. And I also need to repot chili, aubergine and bell peppers. It's like a mix where I have started these, and I need to repot them probably by end of, like latest on Thursday, I think, this week. So that's something I have also to do. And I'm not really, I think you will never get finished seed shopping, to be honest, because I have, as I said, there is this muskmalva. It's a perennial flower with a pink kinds of different like on a stem there's a lot of pink flowers, or you can get like a white color. That is a kind of seeds that I want to buy to grow. I also want to grow blue bells, you know, these just bells that are blue. In my area they are kind of extinct almost, so I think they are very like cultural type of you know, plant that in my area. But so I kind of want to get seeds for that flower, and you know, maybe on some eng or more like cultural type of eng area in the garden I want to have bluebells growing. And they are almost extinct, so they are not in Sweden. It's not allowed to pick them if you see them next to the road or somewhere, but if you grow them in the garden, obviously you can pick them. So that's something I want to get as well. And I think probably something else. I also one year I was trying to order bell peppers, snack bell peppers from a online shop, like a greenhouse center, and they sent out the physalis plants instead by mistake. And that is also something that is very nice to grow if you have a greenhouse. They are very tasty berries, these golden berries that you get from them. And yeah, but I think I'm not gonna grow them this year, but I'm just saying that is also something fun to grow. And there is also this called tomatillo, which I think is a mix between apple and tomatoes. And I never grown that variety, but I'm thinking if that is something I should try as well. More like as a fruit. So fruit, vegetable, I don't know. Yeah, I'm just saying there's gonna be a lot. So that was all I had for this video, but I'm very excited to start these and to see these plants, you know, as the sun start to kind of have longer days in my area. I just want to see all these plants starting to grow, and like wait for the first flowers actually just flower, you know, pansies, for example, in April, and to grow spinach and, you know, all these spring flowers that are like the first sign before the whole like summer of all these flowers starting. So thank you so much